Hey, we finally got it moving. All right. Um, Hello again. This is Trice Justice. Sorry about tonight's technical difficulties. First time I started the game, as soon as I pressed start, it locked my computer up and wouldn't give it back to me. Uh, so at least now it's alive. Hey, Lynn, it's good to see you. I'll be in just a moment. Also noticed the startup time of the game has more than quadrupled recently. I'm not sure what's going on with that. There we go. Wondering if it was going to freeze there. Alrighty. Good evening, Lynn.
Hey.
I see we don't have Yellow with us at the moment. Hopefully he's on the ship.
I think so. If not, then he's off the ship, offline, and lost forever.
He'll certainly have a hard time catching up with that little ship of his.
Yeah, he was on ship last night.
Okay. Well, we'll hope he stayed there.
Yeah, we buzzed out, check out some systems, was looking for tritium. We didn't find tritium, but we found like 6 terraformable high metal content planets with a water world.
Nice.
And so we mapped them and come back, and that was 15 million a pop for each one of us.
Nice. All right, I wonder.
We should get a chunk of change out of that.
Yep. I need to write some numbers down here. Because I want to actually test that I'm getting this data. Carrier balance. Okay. 3, 8, 9, 2. 3, 7, 4. 5, 6, 6. All right. That's the number to watch. Navigation.
Yeah, it's always good to make sure that you're getting credit for it. It's not
Yeah.
a bug or something.
Although I'm sure if we weren't getting it, somebody would have been complaining by now. Because it's the only thing that makes it profitable for deep space travel. Or even, at least cost offsetting.
Yeah. Well, I was amazed, when I jumped in that system, and he was in another system like 17 light years away, and I jumped into this one. I scanned it, and I had my EDDI.OI on. And as soon as I popped in the system, it said, "This is a good system." And when I honked, it says, "You should map." And I lost count after 5. It says, "You have this many bodies in here that need to be mapped." And I was like, oh. So I hollered at him. I said, "Hey, you want to make some money?" And he said, "Always." And I said, "Jump over here to me. I'll wait on you." And he got over there, and when he honked it, and he got into the FSS, and he started hitting them. It says terraformable, high metal count. I said, there's like 6 million in here. And I said, oh, and there's also a water world. And he's like, and I said, nobody's been here but us. So you're looking at, yeah. I said, you're looking at more in this system than what was in the system we just left. He's like, you're kidding, right? And I said, no. So we scanned them all, and then we jumped back to the ship, and then we sold it. And I said, guess what? He said, he said, what? I said, 15 million. He said, oh, you're kidding me. I said, sell it. And he seen that, and he went, wow.
Yep.
I said, the only thing that made this cooler is if Trace is still on, and that'd have been 15 million times 3.
A4's missing out on a lot of money.
A4. Zan. Hello, Zan.
Hey, Zan. Welcome back. I do remember your name. And I want my livery to be my ship to be the right color. I can't wait till they fix that. This bug is really annoying. Like, give me the green I paid for. There it is. Boy, I'm getting a lot of lag stutters in here. There's something really going wrong on their servers.
Yeah.
Ain't it pretty out here? That is a big, bright star.
Did you see what star this was we're jumping to? Is it an F star too?
Yep.
That big paying one was an F4 star.
A lot of the ones we're going to are Fs of one type or another. I've been I did what I could to shoot for them because I know that's where the payouts are. Huh.
Ooh, this might be a pretty good paint. It's an F3 star.
Nice. It definitely increases the probabilities. So. I have had F-Series stars where there was nothing but the star there, but...
True.
We shall see. But this one and the next one are both the same naming pattern.
Scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
So they could very well be, in fact, it's the same naming pattern as for this system. So they could be big.
Yeah.
We may be only getting one or two jumps in tonight. Number of jumps per night. Random, depending on system contents. It's entirely possible it will take us another 80 days to get out there if we keep getting lucky with big systems. Unless you get tired of scanning things.
No, well, no, not really, but, you know, it's sooner or later, whether we want to or not, we're going to have to come back. Space legs will be out.
Yep. Well, I mean, 80 days, we've still got time. Sort of. 3 months. That's September.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
And then on the way back, probably be another 3 months.
Yeah, which will get us back to the bubble just in time for space legs.
Yeah, and then when we get back, they'll say, well, there's a little delay. It won't be to June.
Yeah, well, they did say first quarter, which means it's going to be March. Probably. Yeah, it's probably, you know, they said first quarter, so it'll probably be mid-March when they release it. Unless things don't go well, in which case it'll be late March. Or if they really don't go well, they'll announce a delay. And everybody will get pissy. But you said. It's like, yeah, they said they do their best to project, but would you rather have buggy software, or would you rather have, you know, people will always find something to bitch about.
Don't go there on the buggy software. We had a delay on carriers. How many times? Once or twice? We still got buggy software.
Yeah, imagine how bad it was the first time around, that it took, you know, another almost year for them to knock all the bugs out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And they still have this many left.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure that even with all the carriers that they had out there in Beta 1 and Beta 2, that they didn't find all the bugs they had.
Oh, no. They certainly didn't. And fixing a bunch of the bugs they fixed created other bugs. So.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't crash me where I have to keep buying my cutter back, I guess I should be happy.
Although I kind of feel sorry for people who base themselves on combat at this point, because that stutter every few seconds in the frames is just horrible.
Or what if you're Thargo killing?
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Counts against you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't do too much today except get my rack set up to dry out my onions, and I got starting on some racks to dry out, cure the potatoes when they come out of the ground.
Didn't realize you had to do that.
If you want to store them, you do. If you eat them right away, no. And onions, the ones you slice, they need to be left out for like under a carport where they can still get ventilation and stuff, but where they won't get wet for 7 to 14.
Wow.
Days. And your potatoes, you've got to have them where it's kind of nice and cool and dark. You got to keep them out of the sun, or because they turn green, and then they turn green, they're kind of make you sick.
Right.
When you eat them. So you have to put them inside and let their skin toughen up. Is what it does. You know, they're in this ground. They're still growing, and it gives the skin time to cure and harden to where they protect themselves. And then, after 10 days, I think it is on the potatoes, you can put them in a potato sack, and they'll last probably 6 months. If you're lucky, you can get them to last the spring.
So many things I don't know about growing stuff.
There's what?
So there's so many things I don't know about growing stuff.
Well, I've always used to growing green onions, when there's nothing to them. You pull them up, you eat them, you wash them and eat them and cut them up. You can freeze them sometimes and stuff like that. They're pretty simple. Now, the slice onions, like I said, to get them to last, you have to let them dry, cure, and the outside skins to dry like paper. And then you can either tie them up on a string, kind of knot them together on a string by what's left of their stem, and they'll keep 6 months.
Huh.
Or you can bag them in a netting that breathes, and they'll last 6 months. But some of these, what I'm doing is, some of these I'm slicing, and I'm making, I got a batter I like, and so I'm going to make onion rings and then lay them out, freeze them in the deep freeze, and then put them in a bag and then vacuum seal them.
Nice.
They'll last a year in there.
And then, of course, you can pickle the onions. If you're
I'll use
pickling.
several of them. And I'll use several of them when I'm making my sweet relish. And I make this, what they call chow chow.
Uh-huh.
But that'll be later on in the season, because chow chow, the reason why they call it chow chow, is it's everything that's left over in your garden, at the end of your garden, like green tomatoes, cucumbers, cabbage, onions. And you chop it all up, put your vinegar, sugar, and all this other stuff in it, and then you can it.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
It's good. I love it on beans. Oh, brown beans, and then throw your tablespoon of that or a teaspoon of that in there. Oh, yeah.
Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the French ship's drive.
I generally, with beans, I'll put spicy German mustard and sweet relish in it. Yum.
That don't sound too bad.
Oh, it gets a really very complex flavor that I happen to like a lot. You got to be a little careful with the amounts. Don't put too much of the mustard in there, but.
Attention all personnel. The French ship drive has been engaged.
Otherwise, you'll end up making a wheat a tad hot.
But, it's just
Counting down.
here pretty shortly, I may have just come on here and, sign on and then go and can, because the choice is if I don't do it in the evening when it's cooler, then I'm going to have to do it in the hot of the day and really make the heat in the kitchen be hot.
Well, I can't say I blame you there.
So I may just sign on in my headphones so I can unhook them from my computer. They're wireless if I want. And then listen to you tell me what's happening. But I don't miss out.
All right. All right, so if you could sell your cartographic data, whatever showed up.
I did.
All right, then I will check carrier management. And the new carrier balance. 3892375.
Balancing power to all systems.
375257. Okay. And how much did you actually get?
It was like 4,500.
Oh wow, that's pretty nice. So what did I actually get? 12 minus 5 is... Well, no, I gotta do it the other way, right? So minus 6 is 1. 15 minus 6 is 9. 14.
And I have left the ship.
Okay. Oops, I'm doing it wrong. I'm not having a good day for math. 1, 9, 11 minus 5. So I got 691 from you. And 64.76. Yeah, that makes sense. That'll be another 600 from me. All right, great. So it is actually
one planet out here.
Okay. Then I'll
and
just.
It's an icy body.
Okay, I'll just sit here then. You can hit it with the FSS, and I will.
Yeah, go ahead and check it now if you want to. You should.
Yeah, another 1,000.
Yeah. On my way back.
All right, so let's.
Yeah, you can go ahead and plot the jump. I'm so close.
212. Yeah, well, first I got to transfer the tritium in.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, actually, I don't, but. So many delays in this thing. Oh my goodness. Alright, tritium's up to full. We made that jump. Is it? Oh yes, it is a big bright star. Okay, good. The only thing I can guarantee is that it's going to be a big bright star. Or at least for this next one. Another EOS. AOW/Y XV -E D11 348. Yeah, it's another F. And we'll find out what's there when we get there.
Okay. I'm back on board.
Okie dokie. And delivery has gone back to default again. That's so annoying.
Getting ready to sell you my data. Okay, 3,427
All right.
plus 2,250. So 5,000, almost 5,600. Because what's first discovery?
Okay, so 3892, 377, 841, 374, 566. Let's turn things around the right way to make it easier. 11 minus 6 is 5, 13 minus 6 is 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, 7 minus 4 is 3. So the carrier made 3,275 on this system. Not bad. All right.
Is the carrier making almost as much as we're making?
Well, no, it's making about 1/10.
Okay.
So between...
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's making 1/10 of me.
And 1/10 of me.
To you, so that makes it almost like one person's amount.
It's about, yeah, it's about a fifth of a person. It's 2/10, 1/5. So if you add up everything we did between the two of us, it was like, well, maybe it was a little more than that.
Yeah, it was.
All right, we're going to have to add up all the numbers this time around. All right, I'll write the new number.
The beginning numbers, the FSS numbers, and then if we map them numbers, because it seems, because it seems to me that the carrier is getting the same amount, almost the same amount of shares as almost, because, see, I made probably 6,000 off of that, and you said it made 3,000?
You made 6, I made, no, wait a minute. You made, well, you made 6 plus the initial couple, so you made around 8.
Right.
And I made around 8, so that's 16. And the carrier made 4.
Okay, I was just sharing what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care as long as,
Yep.
because it'll help in the end.
Yeah, so we can...
Welcome to all of those who are watching. Wow.
Nice. 5 people in. We had 6 a little bit earlier. Nice to have all of you along. Yeah, last night was... that was a big system we jumped in on the second jump last night.
Was it 49?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of...
I can't believe it. That one we jumped to was only like 21.
But it was all high-value stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you made twice what we made off that one system. It's like, wow. And it's like I told him. I said, you can basically, when you get out here, I said, I'm only basing it off of, my trip to Seoul.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, you can figure about, if you jump to 20 systems, you can figure you're going to get close to like $80-90 million every 20 systems.
Yep. So long as you're choosing decent systems to jumps to. If you're going to, all the red dwarfs or T-Tauris, you're not going to make that much.
No. Yeah. No, I meant out here where all the white stars are and stuff.
Yeah.
But because the road to riches, if you do 100 systems, it averages out 200 million.
Hmm. Can't believe they screwed up delivery. That's so annoying.
They probably don't know how to fix it.
They probably don't realize how they can't figure out how they broke it. So I don't think they were fixing anything in that area, so...
It's like, what happens if we fix this? Oh, the game crashes and we lose everything. It didn't change your style of ship, though, right?
No, thankfully it didn't change that. I mean, I would be really angry if they had done that.
Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
Yeah,
I just was curious because I hadn't even really paid that much attention. But, it's like, well, if it messed up your paint color, what else did it mess up?
Yeah.
How about your name on the side of it?
The name's correct. The engines are the correct color. The ship layout is the correct Klingon-like layout. The only thing that doesn't apply is the paint job.
Unless you apply it every time you come into this view.
Right. And what I'm thinking is that they changed an order of a couple of statements, and they apply the ship model after the paint job rather than before, and so the ship model comes in with the default paint job and overwrites the paint job, the custom one. Somebody changed an order of things to try and make it be faster, and all they did was screw it up.
Yeah.
I hear you typing away, so I'm looking over towards chat to see what shows up.
Oh, no. I'm just making a note. I'm sorry.
Underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Got some loud key clicks. Or a very sensitive microphone. There's my beautiful green engine.
I don't know. You can't hear my TV in the background, can you?
Depending on where I am, I can hear that there's something making noise in the background.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just make sure.
It's faint.
I usually have something in the background, just to offset stuff.
Yeah.
I know how annoying it gets, and I try to not do that stuff.
I mean, but it, it's not as loud as the guys that are saying things in the carrier, so it's not really noticeable. Unless I happen to be, somewhere.
Well, usually this microphone's pretty good, My
Oh, the better the microphone, the more likely it's going to pick up.
Oh, it's a pretty good microphone, but it has, noise canceling stuff. I know that my husband he could come in and be talking to me, and a lot of people say they can't even hear him. So.
Oh, well, that's useful.
I could try to mute, but sometimes I forget.
Passengers wishing to remain in the system must leave the carrier within the next 3 minutes.
I would love to have selectable bing bongs and horns. I'll pay to even customize those.
Oh gosh! You don't like the cow fart?
I don't care for the cow fart. No, I don't mind the bing bong. A bing bong reminds me of the cruises I've been on. The Royal Caribbean ships I've been on have all used that same bing bong. I don't know what that down there is supposed to be. Yeah, I'm guessing these things.
Science lab or the hospital thing.
Could be engineering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these things with these round tubes with what looks like heat vanes are probably your fusion cores, and those really are probably heat vanes radiating heat out into space.
Oh, I thought there was a garbage dump.
No, that's on deck C.
Oh.
Where they keep having the bio-waste spills when it overflows.
Well, I figured it'd be theirs. That way when they dump it, it wouldn't splatter all over the ship. Be far enough away. Now, see, that's what they should have done, is give you a blueprint of this thing, decks. Cabin decks here, infirmaries here, engineers here.
Now, if I click down and hit launch at this point, probably don't want to do that. No. But it gave me the ability to launch for just a second. I'm not going to test it, but...
No, that's something we should have tested in the beta.
Yep. But I didn't notice it then. Okay.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
I haven't had my ice cream. Darn it.
I did before you got here.
Oh, I was kind of a little rushed today.
Hey, how'd your dentist visit go?
So the surgeon looked at my tooth, said, "Okay, that should be an easy extract. Doesn't look like we're going to need to do a bone graft. The socket should stay whole, so we'll just implant right in the socket the tooth's coming out of." Which means it's going to be about $1,000 cheaper than it would have been with the bone graft.
And when do you have this
done? End of next month, unless they have an opening pop up sooner.
Okay. Okay. So they do that, yeah, your mouth's going to be sore.
Yes.
This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
I may cancel the stream for that, whatever evening they do it on.
Well, I'll just make sure hopefully we're parked someplace where there's tritium.
Yeah. We can hope.
Yep.
But I mean, they could, in the morning they could, say, "Hey, we had somebody cancel at 12:30. Can you make it?" Say, "Heck yeah."
Yep, they could.
Attention. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's been a long day today because I got up extra early this morning so that I wouldn't have to spend not vacation, but sick time.
Yeah. I imagine it is. That's the only good thing about working at home. You can adjust your hours a little bit here and there and still get a full day's in.
Yep.
I wonder if they're going to give you the option of just staying home and working.
For a while.
They may find out that it's cheaper for you to keep, as long as your work is still, keeping your performance up. They may find out it's a lot cheaper to keep you at home.
Yes, and I'm hoping they realize that.
Yeah, I'm writing the first number down. It's 79,946 credits.
So you got 79,946. Okay. Yep. And I get 79,946.
Okay.
All right, I will dump that in. And then we can go Tritium Depot. I need 263.
Wish they'd be getting close to being 2,000 down. Not a little over.
Something like that, yeah.
We'll figure it out at the end of the night.
Yeah, when I transfer everything onto my ship. All right, we'll fill up the depot. Depot is full. Let's go see what the system has.
I'm just out here just to boost and...
Yeah. track landing gear.
Go for launch. Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
I'll see you there. Bodies.
Well, that's a pretty decent number. And given the number we've got, some of them are probably pretty nice bodies.
There's some gas giants, looks like. High metal content world.
I got another one of those.
Oh, yeah. Gas giant ammonia base life. With rings.
Gas giant with water-based life.
With rings?
With rings. And lots of rocks.
System scan complete.
Alright. System map. So we've got 2 gas giants with 2 rings each.
Okay, I'll take 5.
And I'll take 4 then. And I'm just going to hit the rings.
Okay, me too. It's easier.
Yeah.
Faster.
Oh, I didn't check to see if any of the high metal contents were terraformable.
Not that I didn't see it listed as terraformable.
Alright. I'll double check that before we head back in.
No, they're not terraformable.
Okay.
I was 2,000 light tickets out, so I just popped on the screen and double checked real quick.
.21 prober, huh? Well.
I haven't even got them on yet. What the heck?
Surface scan complete.
A few hotspots there.
This is a 20 prober.
Surface scan complete.
Bunch of hotspots there. Alright, let's see what we got here. Huh. Painite, platinum. Oh my goodness, look at all the... Nice. I think I might have two painite double hotspots.
Oh.
Well, maybe not. It may just be the orbit I'm in that's doing that.
Yeah. Well, it shows 2 tritiums. They're not double.
No, it is a double. Ho 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 ho. Double painite.
You're kidding, right?
No, double painite. Let's see what this one is. Okay, that painite's there. And where's the other painite? Now, what? So one of them's a double painite, the other's a single. Oh wow, it's a concentric double. Oh, that's wacky.
What makes you explain the concentric part, please?
They are so close. They're not just overlapping, but their centers are only maybe a light second apart. Maybe.
Oh, wow.
That's about as tight as you can get two hotspots together. That is crazy.
I guess we need to make a note of that so you can report it. Right?
I'm not, nah. Because who's going to come out here for this? But that's just crazy.
Well, I'm going to write that this planet, or this system has tritium.
Oh my god, they're, Oh, that's funny. They are less than 10 megameters apart.
You run out of one into the other.
They're literally so close that it still looks like a circle.
Wow. I've really done. Even Boran,
yeah.
With its 3, was it? Like that.
I'm actually going to drop down in one and target the other, I think.
You don't have your prospector on, do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm just down a,
You probably don't have an Olympus.
yeah. I don't have any limpets.
I was going to have you, like, pop one to see what the percentage was.
Ah, okay. So I'm going to go directly down into this hotspot and then see how far I am from the other hotspot. Okay, so I'm down in one hotspot, and I am 4.4 megameters from the other.
That means if you full throttle in probably about, what, 4 seconds, you'd be in the island.
Pretty much, yeah. They are just so... I'm literally in the center of one, and the center of the other is 4.44 megameters from me. That is crazy.
That is insane. Totally insane. Shame that wasn't closer to the bubble.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm technically 10 kilometers from this one. Let me go to the actual center of this one and get a better measurement. Where is it? Oh, I'm 10 kilometers directly above it. Okay. I literally came down. I tried to get as close as I could, and I literally was 10. I came in 10 kilometers above one, and I'm 4.44 megameters from the other, which is 40 kilometers. That's just crazy, insane close. All right, so I'm pulling into the center. There we go. Okay, I'm literally sitting on the center. It's always behind me. I'm not moving and rotating, and it's always behind me. Okay, so 4.44 megameters. Yep. That is nuts. That is just thoroughly insane how close those are.
Well, I'm back on the carrier.
All right, I'm going to make my way back myself. I'm 30 meters from one hotspot, which is basically 30 meters behind me, which is in the middle of my ship. And 4.44 megameters from the other. So literally, if I just... no. I'm not sure where... No, go down a little. Maybe forward a little. 23 meters. Anyway, close enough. That's crazy.
Yeah. That is definitely unusual.
Actually, system map. I'll actually write it down. System map. Anubis is being a pain. So, B ring planet 4. That's just crazy. Insane.
Frame shift overcharging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And it just doesn't matter. You could drop anywhere into that central thing and you're going to be mining doubles. All right, so did you turn your data in?
Yeah, I did. You want the grand total of all three of them, or do you want me to just tell you what the...
Sure, you give me all three.
All three, grand total. 180,232.
Okay.
And then for coming into the system, what the carrier gave us as their first honk, me going out honking it, and then doing the FSS scan. So that's all three totaled up.
Nice. I'm kind of glad I get to go out and see that system, or that planet. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was. Well, you never know. We might catch a ride back out here to yours on a carrier, and you know, we may need to stop, fill up with tritium or something, and so that's the reason why I've been marking it down. You never know.
Never know. And you said we also had tritium on Planet 5?
Yeah, we had,
Nice.
Planet 5 had 2 individual tritium hotspots.
All right.
Has a lot of landables, but no geos or bios.
Okay. Try something.
What are you gonna try?
I'm gonna fire a probe at the star.
Okay.
Probes, infinite, never mind. Efficiency target, 0. Okay, fine. I'll fire one anyway. It just disappears. Okay, cool. I was curious. Curiosity now satisfied. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests.
Open hailing frequencies. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander.
No, you're not out on the deck.
No, I went in. Well, I went in to get limpets, and then I wanted to make sure I had my prospector on. So if we find something like that again, we could just drop in and see what the percentages are. You know, if I had my prospector and I dropped in there and I fired 4, and I got like 30% tritium, I was like, hey, can we stay
Landing
here?
gear deployed.
It's just you.
Landing gear deployed.
Your landing bay is just right behind mine, so I could have flown right over you again.
I don't need a haircut.
Alright.
Contact confirmed. Solid approach. Welcome, Commander.
Ugh. That's not the button I wanted to push. Not the button I wanted to push. Alright.
It happens.
Yeah. So I got 83,036. And looks like another 17,250.
That's the same as what I got.
All right. So 2, 66, 2, 5, 3. 2, 13, 20. Okay, so I got exactly the same number you did. So that makes it convenient.
So 364.64.
Yep. And then the carrier now has 3892, 438, 863. So 438, 863 minus 377, 862, 1001, and 13 minus 7 is 6. So the carrier got 61,000.
Ain't bad. It all adds up.
Yep. Strange number was 6. I don't know. But it's making money, so.
Yep, that's all it counts.
And so long as it keeps making money at a reasonable percentage, when people turn stuff in out there, it will be good for at least offsetting the cost of the keeping the carrier out there.
Yep. Yeah, especially if they turn in like 100 million worth of credits or $1 billion worth of data.
Yeah. Yeah, the money adds up real quick. Alright, so the next one is DRYAAOWSY. Oh no, it isn't. Yeah, WSY. NS dash UD2 dash 3864. And it's a lighter yellow star. It's not an F. Probably a G. And so in 15 minutes, we will jump to there.
Cool.
Okay, just got a status update from my daughter.
Cool. Always good to have status updates.
Would be even better if I had a piece of cake to shove in my face. Didn't get my dessert after dinner. I ran out of time.
You have a sweet tooth, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do. I have a sweet tooth in the worst way. So this jump and maybe one more, depending on what's in the system we're going to.
Yeah, if it's just a couple of planets where it don't take long.
Then we jump to the next one and hope for an icy ring that has tritium.
Yeah, that'd
Of
be
course,
nice.
if there's a tritium hotspot in the next system, we're done.
Yeah, because if you look at this thing here, it says capacity.
Yep.
It says what, 24,526.
Yep.
That would mean that we were just 500 tons short of tritium, which I know that's a falsity because we should be somewhere close to 2,000. I think we were like 800 yesterday or whatever it was.
Well, do I still have tritium in the hopper? I have tritium in the hopper.
857, and we've jumped a few times.
Well, don't forget when we computed, I've normally got 576 in my hold.
Well, I I stopped even counting you because you've been fudging. I think I'm ahead of the game, and then you either take or put in there, and I'm like, yeah, and then when I go back, it's like, what?
Well, when I hit the end of the night, I want to leave it so that
Yeah, there's more room in there.
yeah.
Cargo hold at
Yeah, I
maximum
understand that.
capacity.
Oh, I gotta go.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure. Attention all passengers, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure. Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes. flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure. Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump.
Attention all ships, this carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
Attention all personnel, frame shift drive has been engaged.
Attention, counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that sucked.
What?
One of my daughter's friends decided to test pepper spray by spraying it into the sink.
Oh my God. Yeah, I bet. The system didn't have nothing but two bodies. 7,017 credits. Ready to jump when you are.
All right, I'll put one more in. Oh my God.
I was like, do I go out and scan or do I wait? And I thought, no, I'll just go scan. If it's something good, I'll wait on him. And if it's nothing, then he'd be ready to jump again.
It doesn't matter if you didn't wait because I get it anyway.
That's true.
Oh God.
I hate to hear that about the pepper spray
Oh.
because now it's in your house.
Yes, I know. Oh, I'm very much aware of that. And so my wife is cleaning it up as best she can. I basically opened up it. Well, I opened up the sliding door with that has the screen and all the windows in the area. I turned on all the fans. You might have seen me bustling back and forth. 4726. So I have everything, blowing towards the nearest exit to where it was sprayed. And my wife looked up how to clean it off of stuff, and she's cleaning like a mad woman. But yeah, that's an experience we don't want to repeat. But to, get all the fans set up, I had to go through basically what was the cloud of it. So I got multiple exposures to it, trying not to breathe as I'm moving stuff around, opening windows, turning stuff on.
Yeah. Yep. That'll clog you up in a hurry.
I'm going to be hacking and coughing all the rest of the night. Maybe I'll have some soda. Maybe that'll knock it down my throat. I could taste pepper all in the back of my throat. It's nasty. It's not good peppers either.
We'd be pretty poor protesters now if we can't handle a little pepper spray.
I tell you, from what I just learned, if I ever went to be a protester, I'd bring a mask of some sort. Keep it away from my face as much as possible.
Get that on your skin, even.
Yep.
Yeah, but that stuff. I mean, yeah, it makes your eyes water. It makes it hard to breathe. But even if that stuff gets on your skin, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty high in base.
Yeah, I'd never make a protester.
Next, we got to find out if the birthday cake is ruined.
With all the pepper. Oh, whose birthday?
My daughter.
Oh, well, happy birthday. No wonder you're sitting here drooling. You knew that birthday cake was down yonder. Yeah, okay, I understand now. I kept wondering why you kept bringing up. Oh, I need some cake. Oh, I want some cake. Oh.
Yeah. So I know it's sitting in the other room, and it's got that, it's got the nice buttercream frosting on it.
Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. My son's birthday was 20th, and then your daughter's is today, I guess, 24th.
Yep. 6 months to the day from Christmas Eve.
Huh?
6 months to the day from Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I was sitting here. Well, I hope he comes back and don't forget that he left me here.
No, I mean, you may have seen, I walked by, I set up the fans, I had to grab tissues a couple of times to blow my nose out. It's like, oh my goodness.
Well, it looked like you had a scarf around your neck there once. I thought, is it cold there?
No, that's my wife made, took scarves and pillowcases and things like that and made masks out of them.
Oh, okay.
So rather than using those disposable masks and go, when they're kind of running in short supply, so basically it just made a double layer of material. Blocks plenty. Of course, the pillow.
Actually, it's probably better.
The satin pillowcase ones are actually better because it less gets through.
Yeah.
Well, sort of, quote unquote, satin. It's not satin, it's poly that looks like satin. But it's an extremely tight weave, not much in the way of air gets through it. Of course, it's a bitch and a half to breathe in it.
Yeah, I took an old sheet that I had. Well, it wasn't old. It was fairly new, but it was one of them 1,000 count
Yep.
cotton.
Yep.
And really tightly weaved. And I cut out, several pieces and then doubled it, sewed it. And then when I got it sewed on both sides, I went and took a coffee filter, cut it square so it fit it, slide right up in there, and then stitched the bottom of it.
Well,
And
that'll
then
work.
just a couple of I put a couple of bands on it that has Velcro, and that way you could just Velcro it in place.
Yep.
I could have put rubber bands on it or something, but I didn't want to. It hangs up in my glasses, so the Velcro works better, and the mask was big enough to go across, the nose and under my chin, to where I could get it away from my glasses.
Well, that's what I like about the double wrap pillowcases and stuff. I mean, I put a little ridge just above my nose so that my glasses don't hang up on it. And it covers all the way under my chin.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3 of my mucous membranes are covered.
Well, hopefully you can get over it and it won't choke you up. Too bad. I'm sure it's going to choke you up a little bit.
Well, based on how long they're going to be able to, it's going to take for them to get the vaccine out. Basically, everybody's going to have it before they have the vaccine ready. Because people are not being safe enough.
Well, I'm not an anti-vaccine person, so let's get this, because I've had all my shots and stuff, so I take my vaccines. But
I would rather have a vaccine than get this thing.
well, I'm going to sit here and wait, because the way they pushed and the way they rushed to get a vaccine, I'm not going to be the first 100 in line, no. Because I can't even take a pneumonia shot.
Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Oh, you're allergic to the egg compounds?
It's not. I eat eggs all the time. It's not the eggs. It's something else in there they got. But if I take the pneumonia shot, my arm swells up the size of my thigh in my leg. It swells up so much that my arm is stiff. I can't bend it. I can't close my hand. I can't do nothing.
Oh, wow.
It almost feels like it's just gonna, like a hot dog in a microwave is what it feels like it's gonna do.
You pretty much would, yeah. Your skin can only go so far before it does do the same thing.
Yeah, and when it happened, I went back to the doctor and showed him, and he says, "Well, it's not much I can do for you now. It's already in your system." And I was like, "Okay."
That's bullshit.
And then so he wrote on my chart, allergic to the pneumonia shots. And then I took the this last year's flu shot, but the one before, in the opposite arm, and it started doing the same thing. And I showed him, and he said, "Well," he said, "I'd stay away from flu shots too."
EpiPen is your friend.
Huh?
EpiPen is your friend. Injectable Benadryl.
Yeah, well, it wasn't messing with my breathing. It just
Swells up, yeah. But yeah, if you swell up like that for anything, I would carry an EpiPen around. You can start to get that reaction. Bang, hit it.
Yeah. So anyways, when they were talking about these vaccines, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, goody, goody, goody. I get to swell up something else of myself."
Passengers wishing to remain in the system must leave the carrier within the next 3 minutes.
And I really don't know why I went and take the flu shots. I've never had the flu in my life.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah. Never had the flu. The last time I had colds or anything like that was when I was about 10 years old. Since then, I haven't had none.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's not like I've hid away from people. I mean, been wherever people are. Hell, there's casinos here, and I used to go in there all the time, and those are the biggest disease petri dishes there is. But yeah, it's just one of the things. So when they come out with the vaccine, I'll study it and research it. But
it's probably going to be same basage as the flus, so you're probably going to be allergic to the base as well.
Yep. And if you guys have your vaccines, it shouldn't matter whether I have one or not, because if you got it, then you won't get it anyway, so.
Yeah, they won't be giving the vaccine to people who've already had the disease, because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I've not had it, but.
Right, but if you're allergic to most of the common vaccines, then it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because they could kill me with the vaccine just as easily as the disease could.
Yep.
Which don't make no sense, but.
Airlock malfunction on deck 8. Oh boy.
But I'll just have to see. It depends on where the vaccine comes from. Do what?
What'd you say?
Well, I thought you were saying something. I thought I was talking and I didn't hear you.
Oh, that was like airlock malfunction on deck 8.
Oh.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Hey, while it's jumping, I'm gonna go check on my wife and see how things are going. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Check on your kids too.
Hmm.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure. Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump.
Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
All right. So my wife has things well in hand, and that's good.
Attention all personnel. Frame shift drive has
Yes, that's always good.
But we got to change. She's gonna now change the cat's water and the cat's food.
Yeah.
Cat's having a more sensitive olfactory system.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's probably like, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah. Now apparently you can cause both cats and dogs some real serious problems with pepper spray.
Well, it will mess up their smelling for a while and their appetite.
Yeah.
It's kind of like getting sprayed with a skunk.
Actually, I've been sprayed with a skunk. This was worse.
Oh, yeah, well, probably cayenne.
No. There's a special pepper that they grow for these.
Of course.
And it's 1,000 times stronger than a cayenne. It's not something you want to be messing with. To harvest it, they have to put on gloves.
Actually, 916 credits. Huh.
It's a small number.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what that means. No, wrong button.
I don't know. I'll go out and check real quick.
Because it could mean anything, depending on how far we are from the star.
Looks like we're right up against it, but
Well, then there may only be a star here. In which case, maybe I'll check one
Ship released. Departure confirmed.
more. Try landing here.
yeah, I'll just run out here and scan it real quick and let you know. We gotta wait for 15 minutes, or yeah, something.
Yeah.
you up here too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have now departed.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Just the star. Okay. And before I even go back in, and I'll start the jump now.
Well, if you can, if the time limit's up.
By the time I get to the menu, it will be up.
Okay.
It actually wasn't. Still got a minute 33. I got enough time to get back to the carrier.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Now, I'm glad I didn't actually get sprayed with it. That would be horrible.
She may want to use some. You said they sprayed it in a sink, right?
Disengage. They tried to spray it in the sink. It did not spray in the advertised direction.
Hello, Commander.
Well, you might want to try to put some baking soda.
The pepper spray company suggests dish soap.
Dish soap works too, but baking soda may. I don't know. Milk will neutralize it in your eyes and stuff like that, so maybe. Because that's what the protesters use to rinse their eyes out is milk.
Deploy landing gear. Deploy landing gear. It's gonna be one of those days. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander.
Deploy landing. Deploy landing gear. Anubis.
Commander.
Deploy landing gear. It's about
Landing
bloody
gear
time.
deployed.
Anubis is over there wiping his eyes because he got pepper spray. Oh, there you are.
Landing complete. Commence shutdown. What can we do for you, Commander?
So it's a nice bright white. Well, this will undoubtedly be the last jump of the night, so.
Okay. Well, we're getting closer to Explorer's Anchorage.
Yeah, we make some good progress tonight, so that's nice.
Looks like 13 more jumps, 500 light year or 499 or whatever.
Approximately 500, yeah. 500 minus a little each time. Let's see, we made it there on jump 53 the last time. And where are we? Let's see, I gotta get rid of that one.
39?
30, we're about to make jump 39.
Right.
And it's at, Explorer's Anchorage is at 53. So that's less than 20 jumps remaining.
Yeah, we should be there in 5 days.
Yep. We've got 2 systems that I noted were absolutely monstrous between here and there.
Right.
And they're only 2 jumps apart.
Cool.
So jumps 47 and 49 should be big money jumps. And the one we're jumping into is the last Byeia Auzi, or however the heck you're supposed to say it, systems. Next we go into Ogieri. And then Chruia, Dumbu, Athape, Zuni. 2 of
Yeah,
the...
it looks like Zuni's the one that I've got that has interesting in it.
Yeah, there's two Zunis, 2472 and 3353. Were supposedly big systems.
Okay, on Zuni, 2472 is where you parked this one night. And it looks like I wrote it has 58 planets, was 501,000. That's what the carrier scanned. My scan was 1,463,795, and there was one water world in there.
Nice.
That's from the Beta.
Beta, yep. Well, cranberry definitely takes it out of your throat. Or at least soda does. I had a little bit stuck in the back of my throat. Oh my goodness. But she'd never fired a pepper spray before. She didn't know what was going to happen, what direction it was really going to go, and she wanted to try it out. I just wish she tried it out outside.
Yeah, that would have been...
Live and learn.
Yeah. She'll never forget it.
No, not likely to forget it. At least it's not a blistering hot night tonight, so.
Or an extremely cold night where you have to buckle the windows down, turn the heat on.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me as much because you can always, turn the heater on. Yeah, you're wasting some heat. And, put some, cold weather gear on. But hot, you can't do much about.
Carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
So it could have been considerably worse.
Yeah, it could, because it could have actually got in her eyes and
Yeah, especially since she missed the sink and hit the window on the opposite side of the sink. Which is why it was so bad. If it had just actually gone into the sink, it wouldn't have been bad at all. All right. So after I refuel it on the next jump, I will set the market up.
okay.
So it's been an exciting night.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm just glad it could have been a lot worse.
Yep.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
She could have scored it on the birthday cake, and then you wouldn't have got none of it.
The birthday cake was in the kitchen,
Well, you
so
have to
we're
take off the frosting and go from there.
yeah. So we don't know how good the birthday cake is, or the oranges that were right next to the sink.
Oh. Look, oh, she did it in the kitchen. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I
Luckily,
was kind of sort of thinking like the bathroom sink.
that almost would have been better, although it would have taken longer to clean up because there's not as good an airflow in there.
Oh, that's true.
You know, the kitchen's right next to the mudroom where the sliding door is, so I'm able, was able to get fans in my office and in the living room blowing towards the kitchen, and actually the dining room. So I've got three sets of air blowing into the kitchen with only one place for it to go out. So it was, basically it cleared it out pretty quick.
Hopefully it's all gone by the time you guys lay down and go to sleep. That'd be miserable trying to...
Oh, the cats walked through the kitchen just a few minutes ago.
Huh?
The cats walked through the kitchen just a few minutes ago and didn't seem to, think anything was really amiss. So,
Hopefully that's a good sign.
yeah, that's a real good sign, actually. That was our biggest worry. Wasn't so much us or, a little bit of food. Throwing away $5 of food kind of sucks, but, not that much food is actually out, so not that much could get contaminated by it. But I think I'm going to take a shower before I go to bed because I walked through the cloud several times. And and I would rather not get that on my bed sheets.
Right. Make sure it's a cool shower so you don't open up your pores.
Good point. Thank you.
Just when I was building bridges, you know, I also handled their explosive scraps, and that was the first thing they told us is when you take a shower in the evening, for the first 10 or 15 minutes of the shower, make sure it's cool so you can wash this off and it doesn't open up your pores and soak into your skin.
That is a good point.
Same thing if you work with fiberglass, you know, you take a cool shower the first few minutes to wash the fiberglass particles off of you, and then after you do a good rinse, then you can turn the warm water on.
Is that why I always get them stuck?
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go in the attic.
Next time, try when you have to go in the attic, try just a cool, you know, you don't have to be cold, just enough that you don't open up your pores. A cool shower just to kind of rinse off real quick, and then you can adjust it up warmer. Or it always helps me. You may have the odd little fiber get stuck.
Oh, anything to reduce them. You know, usually when I go up there, I'll put on long pants and duct tape my, you know, the pants, you know, long pants, long sleeves, and duct tape the openings.
Yep.
It's because fiberglass is a bitch.
I'll agree with you 100%. I never liked messing with it.
Space cow.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Otherwise known as carrier farts. I seriously wish they hadn't changed that sound. It's like, guys,
What?
the last sound was so much better.
Yeah, I wonder why they did it.
No idea.
Unless they wanted to just make everybody roll their eyes.
Unless management wanted to get people pissed off at the sound team because they did such a good job on the rest of it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty petty, but yeah.
Software management for you.
Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump.
Attention all ships, this carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
Gotta shake my head at some of these people out there in the real world.
What'd somebody do now?
Oh, that NASCAR racer who said he's seen a noose hanging up in his garage. It's a garage door rope that has a loop in it. It's been there for close to a year.
Attention, counting down.
I'm being a baby.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He would be so triggered at my place, it wouldn't be funny because I'm so short. I have to have ropes on basically anything above my head. And I always have a loop in it so I can put my hand in it to pull it down so it don't slip through my hand.
Right.
He'd be so triggered. Well, I'm so little, you know. I gotta have something where I put my hand through it, put my weight on it.
And here I was picturing you close to 6 foot.
5'2". My boss always told me to put rocks in my pocket when I was walking out there on the beams, and I'd look at him and I'd say, "Why?" And he said, "So the wind won't blow you off." Like, right. And then if I fall in the water, I'll go to the bottom. Okay.
All right.
Not a... Ooh, we may have something now.
Well, let's go out there and take a look.
Okie dokie. Engaging lift.
Track landing gear.
Go for launch. You have liftoff.
We're a long ways from the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's a good sign.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
11 bodies. And there's at least one gas giant out here somewhere.
Yeah, we may
With rings.
We may be lucky.
Yeah, those don't look icy.
Found the asteroids.
Well, that's not a bad thing to find. I found a second gas giant. Those don't look icy either.
Yeah, I found the non-terraformable metal rich, whatever you want to call it.
Aha. Well, there's high metal content and metal rich. And they're two very different things.
System scan complete.
System map. Oh, maybe. Let's see what we got here. Metal rich. And this one has metallic and rocky. No ice. Oh, it's a high metal content in there. Okay.
Do we know that it's...
Hmm?
Do we absolutely know that it wouldn't be in Rocky
It's...
or in Metal Ridge?
As far as I know, it's icy only.
Icy only. Okay. Okay, Darren.
All right, I'm heading back into the carrier.
Yeah, me too. I'll do some research on the tritium.
Disengage.
hyperspace.
Ooh, there's a pretty nebula out here.
Communications established.
got
We are
puffy
ready to
blue.
receive docking requests.
Clouds in it.
Nice. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking
Permission
permission.
granted. A landing pad has been assigned to
I
you.
miss our little ragtag crew.
Hmm.
Always making fun of us.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
We've got you safe and sound. Commence shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
Oh, 63,000.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Plus, what is this? 13,000. 63. So 76,000.
Yeah, not a bad system. So it's 140, and then approximately divide by 10, or actually divide by 5 because it's 2 of us.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right. Set up the market just in case somebody decides to go to a neighboring system and find some tritium. I doubt they will, but I'm going to set it up just in case. No sense.
If I get bored, I can do it.
Only if you feel like it.
Yeah. I may look around. It's kind of hard to. I mean, I kind of have to go out half. Let's see. No field scoop.
Yeah, so it kind of limits your range.
I could probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I can't is I got to work. So there's we've spent
Not too bad.
2,679.
Yeah, it's not too bad yet.
Nope, and I'm sure we will run into some more in the next couple of nights. So it's not not an issue.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of interesting stars I may bebop to. There's one that's about 6 light years.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Oof, a lot of stars around here now. There's a nice white one over here. At 2.27 light years, there's a nice bright one. There's one here at 4.4. 3.49.
Yeah, there's some of it's got it in there. I could take the fuel scoop out off and still feel comfortable.
Yeah, there's a bunch of potentially interesting systems within 5 light years of here.
Yeah.
And there's an F at 10 light years. Not an F,
There's an F3 at 10.19, an F3.
Nice. This has an A9 and an F9.
There's an F0.
An A9 and an F9 at 10.32. Like the purple one.
Oh yeah, is that ahead of us or behind us?
Kind of to the side, behind. Or is that ahead?
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Actually, that's ahead, isn't it? Okay. Mostly to the side,
yeah,
though.
I see that there.
So A96 or A9VI and F9VB, whatever that means.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I guess what I could do is I could leave my fuel scoop on and go out and find a place, and if it has tritium, then I could bookmark it, then come back to the carrier, dump the stuff off, grab my mining gear, and jump back out.
Yes, you could certainly do that.
That way, I'm safe if I can, because
it's just one jump each way, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like 10 light years is going to burn it very much fuel at all on you.
Right. Yeah, I may do that.
But like I said, completely up to you. If you find it enjoyable, go right ahead. I've set the carrier up to buy if you like. If not, well, we can end it up in the system later on where I park it and we can spend a couple of nights mining.
Well, it's kind of like this. It doesn't matter because whatever we get along the way is just that much less we have to do when we get to wherever we're going to mine.
Yep.
So it's not like it's wasted.
Yep. 10.19 is an F6 VB. I don't know what that actually means. So.
Well.
F0 VI, whatever that means.
Well, first I'm going to try this
Yeah,
A9
should look these
up.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said maybe I should look what these definitions are.
Yeah, well, some of them tell you what kind of biologicals or geologicals that they got on the system.
Uh-huh.
Or on the surfaces. V1, if I remember right, was some kind of damn, I can't remember. But if you see V1, it was something. But anyways, I'm going to go out and check this star that's A9 V1 that you were talking about.
Yep.
It's one of them. There's several of them out here. Since I know you're not going anywhere. I tried to look up to see if the F1, F4, F5, if Elite had anything to say about it, but it's something about times mass or some stuff.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Oh, I found the definition. Stellar classification.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts out with the first component is the spectral class.
Yeah.
So now let me pull this guy up so we can look. Up. Okay, F0 is the hottest of the. It starts at 0, goes to 9. 0 is the hottest, 9 being the coolest. So as an F-class star, that is the hottest of the F-class stars. Then the next one, the VI, which is actually Roman numeral 6.
Yeah.
6 would be a subdwarf. So that's a very small star with a 6. And I would be a supergiant, or basically 1. 2 is bright giants, 3 regular giants, 4 for subgiants. 5, which has 5A, AB, B, and Z, and those are main sequence stars. But the with the A, B, B, and Z are relative luminosity.
Okay.
So if I go back over to my purple star, if I can find it again, here's my purple. So we've got 2 stars in system. We got an A9, which is a very dim A star, which is 6, which is a subdwarf, so it's very small. And then there is an F9, which is a very dim F class, but it's in an average size range with a B, which is a somewhat less luminous. Oh, actually, for VB is normal. So that's an average F.
Okay.
But that doesn't say, what else is in the system.
Right. That's just the main star.
Yep. So this is an F6 VB, which is normal range, average luminance, with a 6 being, where'd you go? F6, spectral. 6 being on a little bit just below average temperature. So that's what it means.
Well, I'm in the one that's one of the blue ones, I believe, or the A9. I can't remember. Where's the world am I?
Oh, I can see where you are.
I'm at the A9 right now. It's got 18 planets in here. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. Wow, it's got a lot of gas giants, too.
It's listing you as at the F06. But it may just be behind.
Yeah, it must be behind because I'm in the Monia world with rings.
Nice. All right, so I'll leave you to your exploring. And I have to get to bed because I do have work in the morning, and I do want to get a shower to get some more of this pepper spray off of me. So we will pick this up again. First of all, let me thank everyone who came along tonight for joining us. Sorry for the interruptions. and the late start due to computer problems. And quite the night. But thank you for coming along. It was great to have you. Oops, I can spell. There we go. We'll pick this up again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I don't have anything that I'm expecting to cause me to miss that time tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be pretty close to 8 o'clock. And I think that's all I have to say. So that's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.
Well, you can't see it from the screen, so that's one